What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. Hope all is well with you guys out there on this beautiful Monday. All is pretty good over here. Come across this situation right here where you had a federal judge, Eleanor Ross right here, allegedly supposed to be like having sex in the chambers with a high-ranking police officer. To your left over here, okay? Now, this is all alleged because first, when they were caught, they denied it. And the way they were caught is because outside the chambers, you had other people working, and they claimed that they heard activities going on inside that was actually describing, let's just say, love-making sounds, okay? Wow, what a better way to ruin your career, because it is alleged also that this was actually an extramarital affair on behalf of federal judge Eleanor Ross, okay? And that's messed up. Now, as far as this high-ranking police officer here to your left, more than likely he's probably married. I don't know. I didn't find anything on it. But nevertheless, yeah, they caught them, or heard them getting down inside the chambers. Not once, not twice, but this has been going on for a while. And the people, at work decided to speak up about it. I have a video clip that I want us to listen to. We'll check out. Then we'll get back to the commentary.
At 6.
And new at 6, a federal judge and a high-ranking Atlanta police official are at the center of explosive allegations.
It involves sexual encounters inside the judge's chambers during work hours. Tonight, Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln breaks down the judicial order. And actually, federal judges discovered this activity went on for years.
Yeah, according to this 20-page order from the chief judge over the 11th district. Now, the report does not name the judge, but for the last 2 days, I've been speaking with sources and going through public records to identify the accused after federal employees complained about hearing intimate noises through the walls.
These are serious allegations.
They're allegations of sexual encounters during work hours that a federal judge admitted to, according to this newly released judicial order. The report details an investigation launched after a complaint was filed against a federal judge last September.
I don't think judges are perfect. They're human beings too.
Former federal prosecutor Doug Gilfillan says federal laws allow judges' identities to remain undisclosed in reports like these to protect the integrity of investigations.
However, the law requires an order like this one to be made public if there's an imposition of discipline.
The report claims the judge had sex on at least 5 occasions over a 2-year period inside her chambers with a high-ranking police officer. Employees interviewed during the investigation described multiple incidents where they allegedly heard people having sex through the walls. One court clerk testified to hearing what was described as unsettling noises, kissing, and music coming from the judge's chambers.
Why should the everyday person care about these allegations?
The American legal system depends on honesty and truthfulness.
This investigative report did not identify the judge or the officer, but multiple sources confirmed to Channel 2 that federal judge Eleanor Ross and Atlanta Police Deputy Chief Kelly Collier were the 2 accused. In the complaint, the judge's employee said she attended a primary election victory party for a district attorney on May 21st, 2024. A source provided Channel 2 this photo showing Ross at that party. The order also says the judge presided over a hearing the following day. Channel 2 obtained federal court records showing Ross presided over a supervised release hearing on May 22nd, 2024. And regarding the officer, the chief judge wrote the officer has worked for the PD since 1998, later adding that the officer has held this role since 2025. Atlanta police records show Collier joined the department in 1998, and his LinkedIn profile reflected a promotion in 2025. That LinkedIn page has since been taken down. I reached out to Ross, but a representative responded with no comment. The chief judge has already issued Ross a private reprimand, and she agreed to write apology letters to her employees. She was also reprimanded for attending a political event, as federal judges are prohibited from participating in political activities. The chief judge said harsher discipline was not imposed because of the judge's exemplary service to the court, along with the fact the judge ended the relationship and accepted responsibility.
In some ways, this is a self-inflicted wound. and it just shows further distrust in the system by the public, and that's just not something that we need right now.
And Atlanta police provided a statement this afternoon saying it launched an investigation to determine if the person mentioned in the federal report is an Atlanta police officer. Now, we've attempted to reach out to Collier and have not heard back. Reporting live in the news from Ashley Lincoln, Channel 2 Action News.
Absolutely shameful. Okay? And that's just what it is. And it's because, well, like I said, this judge right here is married. And most likely Mr. Collier is too. Okay? Now here y'all out here acting out y'all fantasies, in a federal court chamber, like some little sleazy porn movie of some sort. You know what I'm saying? Not caring about who's outside these chambers and who's listening. More than likely, you just let it all hang out. But you mess yourself up on this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure, you have situations like this happening time and time again, okay? With people of the other color persuasion, if you understand what I'm saying. They get slapped on the wrist. This right here is going to hunt these two right here for the rest of their life. This is going to be something that is going to follow you to your grave. They're not going to let you go with this. Most likely, you'll probably even wind up resigning. You see what I'm saying? Somewhere down the line for both of you, The fact that you guys was actually married, I know it says it was an extramarital affair, makes it that much more worse. What will your spouses say about this? It's just like getting caught at work with a work wife or a work husband. Now you're supposed to be at work doing your job, but your mind's focused on your job and not on somebody else's genital parts of what have you, and exercising those things. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be doing that. And that's just what it is. And you a judge, and this is a high-ranking police officer in Atlanta. Not so high-ranking anymore. Okay? And that's just what it is, people. It's not a good look. Now, you see the lady up here, the scale, holding the scales and balances, and they say justice is blind, but I can guarantee you, she even see that this is not cool. Wow, So that's just what it is. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this situation right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.